Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your boy BlankPage coming at you with another video, and what you guys are going to watch today is just my deck profile on my deck, the Hieratic Synchro deck. I think it's a pretty fun deck, pretty consistent. It has a lot of good plays in it. As you guys see, it's a pure Synchro summon deck, so you're going to be Synchro summoning a lot of time, and one of the main priorities of this deck is to try and get ultimate Tzolk'in out. So this deck works pretty well with trying to get this card out, so that Ultimaya can bring out all these other, some of these other Synchro monsters. But to just jump right into the deck profile, we're just going to be naming off every single card on here. Then afterwards, I'm going to give combos and tips on the deck itself. So jumping right into it, the first card that I'm running at 3 is Hieratic Dragon of 10 Foot. At 3, Hieratic Dragon of Sue, Labradorite Dragon at 3, Quick Draw Synchron at 2, Hieratic Seal of the Dragon King at 3, Hieratic Dragon of Isit, I think that's how you said the last word, I don't know, at 3 as well, Junk Synchron at 2, Level Eater at 3, and that's all the monsters right there. 22 monsters, I thought that was pretty good. For traps, we are running 3 Scrap Iron Scarecrows. This is a pretty big card for this deck. Later on in the video, I'll explain why. We are running 2 Scrap Iron Statue. He's a pretty big card as well. Accidentally messed up and laying my cards out. But we are also running 3 Cyber Shadow Gardener. This is a pretty big card, just like the Scrap Iron Scarecrow and Statue. And I'll give reasons to why. There might be obvious reasons, but I'll give reasons to why after I'm done with this. Jumping into the spells, we have Upstart Goblin at 3. We have Snatch Steal at 1. Raigeki at 1. We have Limit Overdrive at 1, so that we can get out Quasar. You usually won't get out Quasar, or at least not that easily, but it is possible this deck. So I know a lot of people like playing Quasar, so that's why I have it. It makes it that much easier to get out Quasar. We have 2 Swords of Revealing Light, and I have 2 Hieratic Seal of Convocation. Alright, so that's the main deck right there. Moving into the extra deck, we are running 2 Ultimaya Tzolk'in, 1 Exploder Dragon Wing, 1 Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, 1 Beelds of the Diabolic Dragons, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Goyo Guardian, 2 Moonlight Rose Dragon, 2 Phonon Pulse Dragon, 1 Excel Synchron, 1 Lifestream Dragon, 1 Star Eater, and of course 1 Shooting Quasar. Alright, so that's the entire deck. 15 Synchro monsters, 22 monsters in the main deck, 10 spells, and 8 traps. It's a pretty fun deck, pretty easy to play as well. Alright, so now we're just going to jump right into the combos and tips of this video. Keep in mind that there's only 4 to 7 Synchron cards. I say 4 to 7 because Level Eater is typically with Synchron decks, so that's why I'm kind of counting it as a Synchron card. So you can say that there's only 4 to 7 Synchron cards. So this is definitely not the main engine. These cards right here, Junk Synchron, Level Eater, and Quick Draw Synchron, they're just like to put the icing on the cake, to add more cards on the field and put more cards in the graveyard for other plays later on. So definitely the main engine of this deck is Hieratics. I'm just going to put all the card combos and stuff down in the side deck, so you guys know what cards I'm talking about. So I'm going to put this card down here. We're then going to put this card down here, and this card down here, and this card down here. Alright, so if you have a Hieratic Dragon of Tefnuit and a Hieratic Dragon of Sue, you can make a Ultimaya Tzolk'in. So if your opponent has a monster and you don't, and as a tip, I suggest going second if you win the rock paper scissors, so that, because usually your opponent will set a monster on their first turn, so that'll just help. So, if your opponent controls a monster and you have no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Once special summoned, you can then tribute summon this card to send Hieratic Dragon of Tefnut to the graveyard. This card, when it gets sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one dragon-type normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and you'll special summon Labradorite Dragon from your deck, hand, or graveyard. And what's cool about this card is that it is a level 6 tuner. So you'll special summon this, then you'll have 2 level 6 cards out there on the field. You can then Synchro summon into Ultimate Tzolk'in. And let's just say you have one of these traps or spells in your hand. You can set one of them, and then this card's effect will activate to where you can special summon one of these dragon synchro cards. Not Goyo Guardian. It's going to be one of these right here. Moonlight Rose Dragon, Cyrus Dragon, and Beel's Diabolic of the Diabolic Dragons, Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, and Exploder Dragon Wing. Another good play for getting out Ultimate Tzolk'in is basically just the same thing, except with you can do it with any of these Hieratic cards, really. I mean, I was just using that as a guide to help you guys just know understand how to get Ultimate Tzolk'in out. I mean, you can do the same thing with any other one of these, basically. Like with this card, you'll definitely almost always use Hieratic Dragon of Su in all the plays, but Hieratic Dragon of Esset, you can normal summon this card, and then you can just, if you have this card in your hand as well, you can just tribute summon it, send this card to the graveyard. This card has the same exact effect as Tefnut. When it gets sent to the graveyard, you can just special summon one normal type dragon monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You'll then just get Labradorite Dragon from one of those places, and you'll special summon it, and then you'll just go right into Ultimate Tzolk'in if you have a spell or trap card in your hand. I suggest that you have one of those in your hand because this card is has 0 attack, 0 defense. It will have no defense unless you have another Synchro card out there, because this card cannot be targeted for attacks or by effects if you have another Synchro monster out there. So keep that in mind. Just always make sure before you go into Ultimate Tzolk'in that you have a spell or trap card in your hand. Alright, so maybe you might be wondering is why am I running Scrap Iron Scarecrow, Scrap Iron Statue, and Cyber Shadow Gardener? So if you read the effects of Scrap Iron Scarecrow, it is when an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate that target's attack, then set this card face down again instead of sending it to the graveyard. Instead of sending these 7 or my bad 8 trap cards to the graveyard, they can be set down once again. And Ultimate Tzolk'in's effect is when a spell or trap card is set on the field, you can special summon one level 7 or 8 Dragon Synchro monster from your extra deck. So if your opponent tries to attack you, you can just Scrap Iron Scarecrow it, and then it'll set back down, and then you'll be able to special summon a Synchro, a Dragon Synchro monster. When your opponent tries has a spell or trap card and it gets activated, you can destroy that card, and then you can set this card back face down, and you'll then be able to special summon another dragon type Synchro monster. Cyber Shadow Gardener. Let's just read its effect. Activate only during your opponent's main phase. After activation, special summon this card. It is treated as an effect monster card This card is still treated as a trap card, though. If this card is selected as an attack target, the attack and defense of this card become the attack and defense of the attacking monster. This card is set in its spell and trap card zone during your opponent's end phase. So I suggest never putting this card in attack position. Only put it in the defense position so that it can never get destroyed. So. And it has the same effect basically as Scrap Iron Statue and Scrap Iron Scarecrow. You can just reset it, and then you'll be able to special summon another level 7 or level 8 Dragon Synchro monster. You can just set, like, and I just have Swords of Revealing Light here just to, buy you some time. I mean, 3 turns, that's a lot. You can definitely get out, a good chunk of these monsters out there in 3 turns. Raigeki's is here in case they have, a card that can get by Ultimate Tzolk'in's effect, like 1-on-1 Arc. I can't really think of a lot of cards that can get by this very easily off the top of my head, but that's why I have it here. Sash of Steel, just in case you just want to steal one of your opponent's monsters and fuck them with it. Hieratic's Seal of Convocation, just to help you get Hieratic monster from your deck to your hand in case you only have 1 Hieratic in your hand, or you just want more Hieratic cards in your hand. Upstart Goblin, just to get more cards in your hand. Yeah, that's basically just the gist of a lot of the plays that'll happen with this deck. Just try and get out Ultimate Tzolk'in, and then just try and special summon a lot of these dragon type synchro monsters. But that's basically all the combos that you guys can make. If you guys have any other combos that you guys can think of, just throw them down in the comment section down below. If you have any cards that you think that should be taken out or that should be added to the deck, also comment down below. And make sure you guys like and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys love playing this deck, and I'll catch you guys in some future duels. Peace out, guys, and thanks for watching. Adios.